They definitely hit the pipe right here. We should get this fixed. So this is great. Now I can record myself pumping the water out. Couldn't do that before. It was a two-hand operation. Not anymore. All right, enough fun with the pump. Let's get ready for the repair. Step one, grab yourself a tarp because we don't want to make a mess. Lay it out. When we're done putting the dirt on here and fixing this pipe, it'll make it real easy to take the dirt off that and put it back into the hole. So let's get started with the repair. All right, so the Milwaukee pump is awesome, and I'll admit, once you get down to super muddy water, it won't pump the water. You have to have clean water for this thing to work, but I can think of a lot of situations where I have clean water, and that darn thing would save my day. As you can see, I did the old school method of paddling it out with the shovel right there, and then eventually I will use the hand pump to get the rest of the water out. That battery pump, though, is going to save my shoulders, and I'm super happy to have it. All right, now that we've got it excavated, all that's left to do is pump out the rest of the water, cut out the broken section of pipe, and rebuild it. I'll set up my tripod so you can watch me do that next. But before I do that, let me show you what I'm going to be using on this repair. That was an 1.5" T over there, so that's what we have here. It was connected to 1 1/2" line and 2 1/4" line, so we've got a couple of 1.5" by 1.25" bushings right here. We've got 2 1/4" coupling because we're going to need to extend the 2 1/4" lines. And then we've got this quick repair coupling by Dawn Industries. That's an 1.5" fitting. We will need to add a piece of pipe out of the side of the T here so that we can add this fitting in at the end as the final fitting that we're going to do in this repair. Without further ado, let me set this sucker back up into the tripod and get back to the repair. Don't worry, this is the only fast portion of the video. I'm about to explain this repair right now. All right, now that I got the first 2 pieces of pipe put in with their couplings to extend those 2 lines back to the point where they were before, we're gonna build the T with our bushings. Now, I didn't explain it while I was putting that together, but we want to make sure we're using both the primer solvent and the glue solvent at all times. Now, you'll more than likely see me use blue on pretty much all repairs, blue and purple, and for one reason, I trust it. I've been using blue and purple my entire career. And another reason is because when things get inspected, this won't be inspected, but when things get inspected by inspectors, blue and purple is what they want to see. All right, we'll get these bushings put into this T. We'll pop the T in right there, and then we'll go with extending that 1.5" line. You'll notice I'm going to push this in and give it a 1/4 turn. And that is so we can spread the solvent around on the inside. Now, when I put the solvents on there, I made sure not to miss a spot, but if you did, by turning it, it would eliminate that problem. All right, now that we've got our T built, we can pop it into place here. Time to get a little muddy, so I'm gonna need to get my footing for this. And I've got enough play here that I can pop that in. Now, what I need to make sure is when I do that it's gonna be straight. And I can already tell this pipe is a little too long. Now remember, we're using bushings. If we weren't using bushings, we would want to see these 2 pipes closer together, but we are using bushings here, so. Hey Justin, how did you know to cut it right there? Experience. I looked at the fitting before I'm installing it, and I'm looking to see if it's going to fit into the T the way I planned it to, and it will now. Just had to trim off that little extra bit. All right, now that we got our solvents on, or the primer on everything, we'll go ahead and put the glue on everything. Primer, cleaner, call it what you want. It's a 2-step process. Both steps need to be executed in order for a good glue joint to happen. All right, so the trick here is to put it on facing up, turn it. Now, I'm gonna have to move this one a little bit, boom. We're in. Now, I just gotta get these 2 to line up and we'll be good to go. Now I don't need quite that much pipe. I'm probably going to cut away a little bit of this to fit that fitting in there. So we'll go ahead and prime this end up, this end up. Put some glue here, and you'll notice there's water leaking out of the pipe there. So what I'll do is I'll put the glue on the sides and the top and let it drip down to the bottom, and it'll create a dam. And then remember that twisting motion I told you about. This is also where it comes in handy. This glue will work in situations with water. I also noticed that that might have popped back out on me. No? Maybe I'm just crazy. Everything's lining up, so I don't think it did, but all right. Now we've got mud against the pipe that we need to make our final connection with, so we'll get this out of our way. Move this down here. Ideally, the hole would be completely dry. Call me impatient. All right, now we're going to cut back on the schedule 40 pipe so we don't cut back anymore on the thin wall. My measurement will be right there. I know you didn't see me put my finger down, but I have a way of doing things. And as you can see, the fitting fits perfectly where it belongs. So let's go ahead and install this nifty fitting. We're going to go ahead and put primer on. Well, before I do that, let me get the burrs off. I know some of you watching this video are going to go, yay, he did it. I knew that. All right, so primer, check. More primer, just to be sure, check. Primer on this end of the fitting. Now, you're not going to see me put solvents on the female end of this fitting. It's because that's not how this fitting is installed. We go ahead and just put it on the male ends. Like so. We got it all the way around, and then that side is on, and all that's left to do now is line these guys up. And as you can see, even once we're done here, there's not even much of a gap here. Let me get the cleaner so you can see that better. There you go. See that? Once I move what's essentially that coupling over that connection right there, it'll be a solid connection. All right, we'll get plenty of glue on there. And just like every other fitting, quarter turn. And there you have it. The T-brake is fixed. We used a quick repair fitting by Dawn Industries, and all that's left to do is clean up this mess. So let me move the tripod over there. You can watch me do that too. That's a beautiful repair, and we'll get to testing it shortly here. I would advise testing it before you backfill. I'm highly confident that this is going to be just fine, so we'll test it here in just a second. We just got to put the sod back and make it look pretty first. And just like that, the zone is back up and running again. That's where we made our repair. Nothing's coming out of the hole. We're good to go here. On to the next one.
Okay, let's go.